Hi everybody and welcome back to another Landlord Lowdown, and today I'm up in Hawkins. Here we are, Village Hall, nice village green. I've just been putting a new rental property onto the market, 4 beds detached. Watch out for that if you know anybody who is looking for a well placed and well sized family home. But the reason for Landlord Lowdown today, section notices. I had a long conversation with a client this week about what the different types of section notices are. So the 3 main ones, or actually 2 main ones, that we generally deal with are section 13s and section 21s. Now you do have a section 8 notice in there as well. Section 8 is basically many different grounds that you can evict a tenant. Things like sort of non-payment of rent, sort of just generally misbehaving, I guess, not adhering to the tenancy. There's so many different rules on that. But more importantly, most people know of the section 21. Now this is a 2-month eviction notice. No fault, no reason, you can just want your property back, you serve the tenant notice and you require them to leave after 2 months. Now, these notices can't be served in the first 4 months of a new tenancy, and I say new tenancy, so if someone's moving in, you can't serve notice in the first 4 months. If they renew that tenancy, so they've done 6 months, do another 6 months, you can serve at any time, but obviously the notice can't ask the tenant to leave the property before the end of any fixed term. So effectively it's 2 months notice given to a tenant, and that 2 months notice can't be before the end of a fixed term tenancy. Now if they're on a month-to-month contract, you give them 2 months notice, you require the property back in 2 months time, nice and simple. If they are in that sort of first 6 months, we have to wait till 4 months have passed. So effectively it's always 2 months and a couple of days, and they call that to allow for legal service. Now, how long does the section 21 last for? Well, it actually has a shelf life of 6 months. So if we serve a notice on the 1st of January, by the end of June, if you haven't acted on that, then it effectively expires and you have to serve a new one. What do I mean by acted on it? Well, when the tenant or when that date arrives, so the end of the 2 months, so say for example it's the 2nd of March and the tenant hasn't vacated, what can you do? Well, you've got just under 4 months to act on that, because again, coming back to the 6-month shelf life, you need to employ a solicitor, or luckily, if you've been dealing with us, the majority of our clients have got rent guarantee and legal protection insurance. So it'll cover all this, it will take care of the eviction, the possession application through the courts, etc, etc. But if you haven't, it can cost you thousands employing a solicitor to apply to the courts to get your property back if the tenant hasn't vacated. So section 21 is 2 months notice. It lasts for 6 months, can't be served in the first 4 months of the initial tenancy. And as always, if you have any questions, give me a shout. Next week, we'll talk about section 13, which effectively is a rent change. So watch out for next week, and we'll see you soon. Take care.